Pussy on stream. Pussy on stream. Pussy on stream. He came and nuzzled me, which means he wants attention. He wants attention. Ow. I can't be mean to Nyara. She deals with abuse every day. She puts herself in those situations to get the abuse, but that's not fair. That's not fair. Let me back up there. It's not fair to her. She just likes this awful, 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 awful game, and just so happens to deal with awful, awful, awful people. And so happens that she just happens to deal with awful amount of harassment. But I'm never gonna say that she put herself in this situation, because obviously in a perfect world she should be able to just fire up Valorant and like play some matches and have fun without being harassed because of her voice.
Anybody who tests with estrogen is now a woman. Oh no, but you've tested with testosterone too. You're a man. Oh, but estrogen. Oh. How do you even do this?
Did I just say what I think? What the fuck was that?
How do you even do this? I don't know. Too. You're a man.
And I never understood why I didn't like cameras. I thought it's just because like I just didn't want to be on camera. I didn't realize that it was like completely tied to dysphoria. I just didn't like looking at myself because I didn't like the way I looked. And it's because I have dysphoria. Now I actually don't mind the way I look, so I don't mind being on camera. I end up like coming off as drama hungry or like too political, and it definitely affects my growth a lot. But at the same time, I don't think most people would have found me if I wasn't controversial. People don't want like real people. People don't want like the reality. They want like make believe. They want their parasocial relationships. They just want to play in fairy tale land where, you know, nothing will hurt them and stuff. Where they don't have to think about the real world or like the real world consequences for being rude and being cruel to people. Oh god. You're hate watching right now? Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are hate watching. More like hateth. I hate Nyara. I hate Nyara. Imagine. She's gonna clip me out of context there. They caused it. She's gonna clip me out of context. Here, let me do it the proper way. Nyara, you're such a little bitch. On mobile, I can. It's just not Japan. Wait, you do live in Japan? I thought you said you didn't live in Japan anymore. Are you lying to me, Roy? Are you a fucking dirty little liar? You live in America? Oh, I didn't know that. Allegory, yeah. It's a trans allegory. Because in Who's lore, she prefers when she's in her flight form. But since she has to, like, appear as a, you know, in a humanoid form, she just has owl features. So, since she feels more comfortable, like, being an owl, the only thing she can really do is just, like, have owl features. So, yeah, it's a trans allegory. Please don't tell me to, like, ruin the way it looked or anything. Okay, I still look like a dork. Okay, good. I would be very disappointed if it changed, like, anything about my character. trans again. The trans coffin. I thought it took you somewhere. I didn't remember what it did, but it's the fucking gender changing thing. Is there any benefit of having that, or is it just like if you just decide to be trans one day? Like, is there anything like beneficial for that to exist? Like, is there like only some bosses that spawn if you're a female or something? It explains why the chaser was there right next to the trans coffin. Times. But you guys are gonna see something that you haven't seen before. You're gonna see me not lagging. You're gonna see me not lagging, Copium. I won't lag, chat. Just watch. You'll see. I won't lag at all. Can you imagine someone says bussy and then I just play that sounds silly mod bussy instead? I'm happy to be in a stream where you can laugh at society's uptight attributes. Don't gaslight me? Wait, really, you guys have heard of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV with its expanded free trial up to up to level 80, where you can experience the entirety of the Realm Reborn, the amazing Heavensward, the fantastic Stormblood, and the genre-defying Shadowbringers for free, with no restrictions on playtime. I just did that from memory, by the way. I just did that from memory. I'm pretty pathetic now. I would totally be down to get on your, you know, your podcast sometime. But just don't tell Ultraviolet because she'll get mad. Just don't tell Ultraviolet. The actual rude to call me out is the first time chatter I've watched a number of your streams. Well, this is the first time you've said anything, so. No, I'm saying like if you were interested in having me on it, I would be down, but just don't tell Ultraviolet because she'll get mad. Because she's been trying to get me on her podcast, but I don't want to go on it because it's just trolling. I don't have a big forehead because I'm trans. I have a big forehead because I lost the genetic library. I'm not a grifter! My name's Whooith. I'm a druid VTuber. We're just playing some Dark Souls. We just finished Dark Souls 1 the other day, and now we're going through Dark Souls 2. After your stream, make sure you do your after stream care. Go get some water, go do some stretches, go get some food if you want. If you're going to bed, have a good night, and thank you for sharing community. I'll take care of it. Oh, I just killed Charlie. I killed him, fuck. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Hi chat. What's up? How you guys doing? Hello, hello. Hi everyone. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I like how I got up and oh no, my water's right here. I was like, where's my water? What's up, Stella? Thank you for grabbing that. Wait, did you come in here and you say first, but you didn't actually claim it? That means that someone can still claim first. Someone can still claim first. No one's claimed it yet. Small Bean got it. Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Thank you for the 25 stream streak, Small Bean. You should have like 120, but you got jibs. What's up, Cody? Hi. How are you? Did the head pads work? I don't actually know. Are my commands working? Are my commands working? I don't know. Are they working? Yeah, they're working. Okay. They're working. We all working. We all working. What's up, Taze? Holy crap, is that the Whooith? Yeah. Yeah. It used that emote? Wait, which emote? Wait, which emote? Which emote got used? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The Pog emote? Wait, what's wrong with Pog? What's wrong with Pog? The original Pog guy is Mega Sleeves. Well, that emote doesn't show his face, it just shows his lips, so we ain't paying attention to that. We ain't paying attention to that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. We ain't paying attention to shit. So we have a Nyacast today, as you guys have probably saw. That's what we're doing today. I'm not sure. I might do Final Fantasy later, but I might just take the day off. I'm not sure. But we should have a lot of fun today. I have no idea what the topic is. She wanted to do another Nyacast. Well, I was the one who offered. I was like, let's do another one. But we don't know the I don't know the topic. Like, what are we gonna talk about? I have no idea. Like, I got no clue. I crashed last night and I had to fight for the streak back. You could have claimed your streak by watching the VOD. If you watch the VOD from yesterday, you should be able to get your streak back. Yeah. Just go back and watch the VOD for a little bit. It should give it back to you, I think. I'm always told that's how it works, so. We could talk about how streamer hates me. Wait, how do I hate you? Let's start with my voice, because I don't want my voice to be like basic bitch. I don't think. Apparently my chatter thinks my voice is effeminate if I have to warm it up. Let's warm up. Let's warm up. Am I a fan yet? Yes, you are a fan. Also, I saw that some other people said hi. Oh, I forgot to say hi to everyone. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible streamer. I'm a terrible streamer, chat. Let's look. We were like way up here. Holy shit. Scroll up, scroll up. Hey, what's up, merchant on YouTube? Hi. Hello, Stella. How you doing, dear? You have still stuff to do, but I'll be lurking. Sounds good. Thank you so much for lurking. Limbus, hello. Hi. Usagi, I don't know what you actually said, but I'm guessing you put like an emote. Silly did a lurk. YouTube chat is dead. Yeah, the YouTube chat is not as active as Twitch because I am mainly a Twitch streamer. But what's up, Giga? How you doing, Seal Enjoyer? Hi, so tired. Yeah, I'm always tired. That's my secret. I'm always tired. What's up, Smallbean? How you doing, Cody? What's up, Taze? You got two highs. What's up, Dan? I just sent him. Okay. Sherman forgot to say hi to chat. Unbelievable. Proceeds to write an entire Twitter post. Oh my god. Doing great. Excited for the Nyacast. I'm excited again for my 2.0. Did you guys see my thumbnail? You guys see the thumbnail that I did for the for this Nyacast? It's pretty funny. If you're not like big into culture right now, you probably won't understand this joke, but you know, we might as well show it. If you're not big into like the streaming culture and like stuff like that, you might not get it. Someone made this as a fan art. Just the O. I'm also sleepy. Go sleep then, Cody. Then yeah, Ravi made this. Ravi made it. I just threw the Nyacast on the top. It's perfect. It's perfect shot. Perfection. Absolute cinema. Oh my god. I am not having the best day today, chat. It's been a while since I've had my dysphoria affect me, but I had some pretty bad dysphoria. I don't miss the streamer play the video games. I'm not gonna be playing video games right now. I'm gonna be playing Nyacast. Nyacast. Streamer's not playing video games. Streamer's playing Nyacast. I probably should get this ready. You're so gorgeous and still have dysphoria. I only have dysphoria when I have people constantly in my comments on Twitter and YouTube saying you're a man, 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 you're a man. Yeah, I think you get it. That's the only time I really get dysphoria because I have to deal with that so much. This streamer playing Nyacast. This streamer playing Yara. Hello, Nyara.
Oh my god, it is Whooith.
It's Whooith. I didn't get a chance to remember my voice. Oh my god. What will I do?
Oh my god.
What will I do?
Wait, let me move over here. I need your
I'm working on it.
need your model.
I'm working on it. You want me? You want me?
I need your model.
You need my model? Okay.
I need it.
Which button do you press in Ninja? It's was it add your camera or remote screen share? Like how do you do it?
Add camera to OBS or something.
All right. How does this work?
Okay.
How does this work when I'm using Sprout for my OBS?
Oh, do you have the VTube Studio Virtual Cam enabled?
Yeah, let me check.
Of that your tail transition, it's good.
Already making me bald? What the fuck? My chat's so rude to me. Can we trade chats?
No, I like my chat.
Are
you pouting?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Do you want to stream together? Do you want like?
Yeah,
invite you?
You can invite me. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
take your time. It's not like we are.
How do you reverse the
schedule.
image and? Because right now it's showing a reverse on the screen.
It's reversed for you. It's just reversed in the peer view, but if I'm adding you, it shouldn't be reversed.
Okay. And then you hit start, and then what you shared or something. Oh, right, here we go. Copied. There we go.
I just need the code. Let's see if this works. You're so big. You're so much bigger than I am.
You're showing a.
Hey, you're so big.
Do you want that background? Your background. Can I? I don't think I can chroma key that.
You can't do transparent. It's kind of weird.
How am I supposed to do this?
It's okay. You can leave it black.
It's not black. It's like blue.
Oh, for me, my
Yeah.
background.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Wait. I thought you meant I thought you meant for you.
I can. Yeah, I can change mine for you, so you can green screen it. Change background. There you go.
Okay. Are you happy now?
Yes, very happy. Now I can actually make you bigger. I'm trying to make you like the same size.
Oh wait. Oh, it disappeared. Filters. Chroma key. Okay. Wait, can I do this? And sprout. Ah! Wait a second. Can I do this? Copy.
Yeah, this is already way bigger, like way better quality than the last time.
Paste duplicate. Yeah, last time was not it was not proper. Okay. I'm glad that I'm doing this right now
Mm-hmm.
instead of another time, but wait, why is it doing like that? Is it like that? Huh? Okay. Does that work? Is
Yep.
that
Everything's good for me. Everything's good.
is it? Okay, it is. Perfect. Amazing.
Yeah, you even have your
I'm glad that we
big
did
ass
this.
fucking tail again.
Okay. Let me change my music and then we can do we can do it. We can do it live on stream.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Sorry, chat. We're not going to do it live on stream. It's just going to like shut down, record a session, and then. By the way, can you join the stream together invite that I sent you?
Yeah, I'm like doing 50 million things at once. So I'm like,
Can you do it just like all at the same time, like immediately?
There you go, Ian. You can combine chats if you want.
Oh, Whooith, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Go to video.ninja.
Yeah.
Down there, click the settings wheel.
Okay, settings.
And then on the right side, it
Mhm.
says like video. Press on video and slide up the width to like the most right.
There you go. Does that increase the quality?
It should. Oh. What happened? Now you made it smaller.
Sorry. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Now you're clean.
I'm trying to like
Oh
think
yeah,
of the.
so
I don't know the best way to do this. Like, no, it's not gonna work. Never mind. I was gonna try to do the vertical stuff, but it's like it looks so weird. I might just. I can't do shit about it. Never mind.
are you do vertical streaming for like mobile?
Yeah, I have. It's so silly.
I tried that one. Like when I joined your stream, I saw that and I was like, I don't like this. This is weird.
This is how I have it right now for vertical. we're just like unboxing over here. Just chilling.
It was just so weird because like at the top was like your face cam and like down there was like your screen and so on. So like when I opened chat to type something, I only saw your face, not the screen.
Yeah, that's how it is when it's on vertical and I'm like doing the chatting screen. As you just see my model, you don't see anything else.
Yeah.
You don't need the background.
Ready? Are you ready? Wait, I have to do shared stream shared chat.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hello.
Oh my god, now we're touching chats now.
We're touching chance.
We are touching chats. I could make it so you touch tails. You don't have tail. You don't have a tail.
I don't have a tail now. I have plumicorns, but that's all I have. It's not
Can
a.
you not
it's
have
not
tails?
Is this entire stream just gonna be us like acting like we're flirting even though we're not?
Probably. Okay, are you ready? Do you have to do something?
No, we're
We're gonna
good.
draw Whooith as a fox. Let's go.
Oh,
yes.
I guess the only thing that I can probably do for you is like you can look at the thumbnail I made for the stream. Here.
Okay, show me.
There we go. Again on. I don't know if you're showing it on stream, but yeah.
I'm showing it, yeah.
I already showed it to them before we started. Anyway, how are you, Nyara? How's your Valorant games? Really good today.
Let me do my intro thingy and then we can
Okay.
get to the yapping.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Nyacast. I accidentally made a podcast, and today we are joined yet again with Whooith, and I didn't upload the old episode, and every single time Whooith is like, have you uploaded it yet? Have you uploaded it yet? I have not. There's so many episodes that are still missing, and I have to add the one, you know, with Icky and so on. I haven't gotten around anything. But
I don't blame
we're
you.
doing it again. We're doing it properly now. And we're actually having topics to talk about, which nobody actually prepared, but we'll figure it out along the way. Welcome, everybody, and welcome Whooith. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How is everyone doing? How are you doing, Yara?
I'm doing good. I played a little bit of Valorant. I did a bit of yapping before that, and I just had a game where there was a guy who I was somewhat, I guess, flirting with, and then bro was like, sadly, you know, like he was 20, so it's just like it's too young. It's too young.
Why are they always so fucking young?
Why are they always so young? But it's like he asked me if I'm like LGBTQ, and like what am I? And I was like, oh, I'm many things. And he was like, oh, I like learning. Well, I like it's always like every person's like an adventure. And I was like, you want to explore me, Ayo?
I always love the what are you? just what are you?
What are you?
That's always crazy.
But I don't know. He was sweet. He was like, I told him I'm a trans woman, I'm pansexual, and he was like, I'm happy for you, man. Woman. I mean, woman. And it's so cute.
They're so awkward about that stuff.
They're
Like-
so awkward. It's like I uploaded a short today. I don't know if you've seen that.
Which
The
one was
TikTok
it?
that I uploaded today. It's the one where there's like this jet, this one guy fumbling really hard. Like initially it was like I meowed.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
Yep.
the sage was like, if I'm the one doing the cat noises, and Jeb was like, oh yeah, it's her. And then I spoke, or him, or I don't know what you are, microwave. And then I got asked if I'm like, what am I? What gender am I? And I was like, I'm a woman. And then he did like the thing of like, this was like the entire match. He was so like, he did this one like fumbling, and he couldn't just shut up, and like everything he said just made it so much worse. And he was like, well, she sounds like a man, and sometimes she sounds like a woman.
Oh, no.
I was like, okay.
I did see
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I saw that. That's
yeah, it got so like it got bad quickly. I'm just like, come on, like just talk to us like human beings, please. I'm begging.
Well, when you go through life, like most of these families, like they'll go through life not interacting with any type of queer, like trans, gay, etc. type of people. They're never taught how to like properly socialize, so they think they have to socialize. They have to like overcorrect themselves all the time. When if
Yeah,
the typical like proper way to treat someone who's queer or different is just treat them just like you do everyone else. But I don't know why they always fumble it. They always mess it up.
I think when it comes to trans people, it's also like obviously a lot of people don't know a trans person. They're not
Mhm.
familiar with like our struggles. And then there's like this huge part of like cis people who learn about the trans community from like reactionaries who portray us as like, oh, we're going to like start screaming because we got misgendered once accidentally or whatnot. And I think that really influences how people, especially like, in the gaming, but like this also happens in the street, right? When people are seeing like a trans flag and they're like, I don't know how to talk to this person. Like, I don't know what's happening. It's just, are you like, where are your pronouns? Or, I mean, like, is that offensive? Like, it's just,
Mm-hmm.
they always, like, it shouldn't be this hard to just treat a trans woman like a human being. Or treat trans women like cis women. Like it shouldn't be that difficult. And I wish more allies would just like treat us like any other person instead of like zoo animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this technically only really happens. Well, I've seen it only really happen online. It doesn't really happen like IRL as
Mhm.
much. I've interacted with very visibly queer people, and I've seen them being interacted by like cis people and even like allies and stuff, and they just treat them like normal people. So I don't know why it's such like a prevalent thing online. It could just be because a lot of people online are very like introverted. They don't get out very much, so they're just like even more
Yeah.
awkward about it.
I think there's definitely an aspect in real life where it's like in companies, like it's or I don't know, like university and so on. It's like if you're a trans person, as this person clocks you as trans, and then there's like a social circle of like a bunch of people, and they're going around. Well, why doesn't everybody introduce themselves with their name and their pronouns? Like, I had encounters like this as well. Obviously mainly online because I don't go outside, but I know that there are plenty of people in my community who also have these interactions in real life.
Mm-hmm. I
Where it's like,
remember
if you're a trans person around cis people, they will just like, they don't specifically want to like put you on the spot, but the vibe is a little bit off.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I've told like this story a few times on my stream, but when I was like very new to transitioning, I'm probably like a year into my transition, I was very like still visibly trans. Um, we had like a new supervisor at work, and she was talking to me and my wife, and I like randomly she stopped and she's like, "What's your pronouns?" And she was talking to me, like only me. And she didn't ask my
Yeah.
wife, and I was like, "Well, that really put me on the spot, and like that made me feel like you just clocked me, and you could have just like asked us both, or just like I don't know, just looked at my fucking shirt, because I wore a pronoun pin back then." But yeah, it's like I haven't really experienced that very often anymore, but you can definitely tell a shift between how people treat you when they don't know, and then when once they figure it out, then they just treat you completely
Hmm.
differently.
Oh yeah. I think there's definitely an aspect which is like passing privileges when like people look at you or hear your voice and they think of you, oh, that's just a cis woman, right? And when there's something that is like making you quote unquote like different from cis women, then they don't know how to handle it. I feel like their entire world just like shatters the moment they see like a trans woman.
Yeah, I I unfortunately do have, well, not really unfortunately, but it's hard to like empathize sometimes with people because I actually do have that passing privilege. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it like comes a lot from confidence, and I've mentioned that a few times in my last few videos about it. It's just like I feel a lot of like part of passing is confidence, like being confident in yourself, and because I mean you deal with it too, all the harassment. Like how many times a day do you get called a man? Probably way more than I do, and it just wears you down. It wears you down over time. But you have to like stay. You have to keep your willpower up, and you have to like keep strong through it all. Otherwise, it will break you down eventually.
Yeah. I think that like this is something that I have to deal with a lot when it comes to like obviously like Twitter or Instagram or whatnot. Like we're not talking about the comments here. Or YouTube shorts. But when I when I make a phone call
Mm-hmm.
or like all of these moments where I get misgendered, like it feels amazing when I just get gendered correctly, but that should just be the default. I don't think I should have like this euphoria again where it's like, oh, it finally happened. Somebody actually just saw me as a woman. Oh my god. Like I feel like at some point this should just be like the norm. That shouldn't be anything that's like exciting, you know?
Yeah.
Um and I think the fact that I'm still in this stage where the majority of people misgender me, it makes it hard to have that confidence and also go through life and exist and present as just a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like you always have to be kind of careful of like, um, oh, if I, when I start speaking, I need to talk softer and more femininely, so the chances are higher of me getting gendered correctly or something like this. And once you like start overthinking and it doesn't work, and people misgender you anyways, it definitely wears you down.
Yeah. I mean, after a while, those affirmation feelings. I've heard you mention this on stream about how like eventually you know it's gonna go from all these insults and all these slurs to just getting treated just like any other woman, which is not always the best thing. And I can tell you that from experience. Like it
Yeah.
was so like it was so affirming for me so many times when I got gendered correctly on the phone, and like it kept going and going, and then like it slowly like lost its effect, and now whenever I talk on the phone, there's like a 50-50 chance they just treat me like shit because I'm just a girl on the phone, and they're talking down to me, and you can tell that people talk down to you because the way that they talk or even look. Like we've had people come work on my house, and usually I have someone else deal with that, but when I come down, they see this woman, and they see this woman talking to them, and they start like sounding condescending, and it's really annoying because like just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that like there's this huge issue when it comes to, being a trans woman, because you want to get to a point where you just are able to live your life as a woman, but like in the society, living as a woman means like you're going to be treated as so. But there's still like this part where it's like it's kind of an upgrade, right? It's an upgrade from like the transphobia that you have to deal with, or the fact that you have to hide who you are, or the fact that you need to like for me it's just like I disassociated and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do the things that I wanted to do because of my of me being trans. I think there's always going to be like an aspect where it's like the fact that me being trans is going to make me get treated differently. But like in casual social interactions, it's nice to not be seen as a trans woman or femboy or gay man or something. It's nice to just be treated like a woman. But sadly, being treated like a woman means you're going to get a lot of misogyny.
Don't worry, Nora. I'll always treat you like a woman.
I have one game where somebody actually thought that I was a trans man.
Oh boy.
And he was like, "Oh, I bet you play GTA roleplay and pretend to be a guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I pretend to be a guy." And then somebody else was like, "You will forever be a woman." And then the thing is, like, I got normal misogyny with like they said I sound fat, or they asked me about my body count or whatnot, right? Like that is then the normal misogyny. And it's so wild to me.
What is your body
like
count?
no matter one.
Same, just one.
But it's just, I think that like, I feel like if you're a trans woman, you can never win.
Yeah, I like even today, I've had a rough day chat in Yara's chat. I'm just the habits, the fucking muscle memory there. I've had a rough day chat because the last few days because I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar, I've started doing face cam streams. And like I'm trying to get more comfortable doing those face cam streams because I want to be more myself and I don't necessarily feel completely attached to being a VTuber anymore. But now that comes with the territory is I constantly get like basically shown pictures of myself over and over and over again, and just the harassment has gotten like 50 to 100 times worse ever since I did that, because I choose to be visibly trans. I choose to have a trans banner by myself. I choose to talk about trans topics. So it's always the constant pushback because I push back against the propaganda. I've a lot of people have probably seen I showed my transition timeline from a few months before I came out to where I am now, and people are like in disbelief and they can't believe that this is real, and they're just trying to be in denial. It's so funny because like the second picture was like 6 months into my transition, and they're like look at this 3 years later and you still have 5 o'clock shadow, and it's like that's a 6 month picture, you fucking idiot. Oh my god. And it's just so disingenuous, and they're gonna continue doing that. But I knew what was gonna happen. I knew that me putting those very vulnerable photos out there was going to get me harassment. But I do it because I want to be an inspiration to people.
I think I was thinking about actually like posting my transition timeline, but like I got scared and kind of intimidated by it. But like there's so many people who take like the pictures that do exist of me and use like AI. Like I have one where I got kirkified. And they just like pretend that is actually what I look like.
Oh my god.
And it's just, these people have like said so many times that my voice sounds like Klaus from American Dad, like the goldfish.
Yeah, I've
That now
yeah. Mm-hmm.
they believe that Klaus is my dead name, so they're always like, every time they're like he, in parentheses Nyara, also Klaus real name. Like they always like add that. And
Oh
it's
my
just,
god.
it's so chronically online, and it's like so weird. I used to do TikTok streams where people screenshotted my face and set it as their profile picture.
Yeah, I've when I first put out my video, my very first video about talking about my transition and stuff, I put a picture of myself and someone took a picture of that and put it as their profile picture. So I've experienced that firsthand.
Yeah, it's just it's so wild, it's so annoying. But like, you know, they also do that for cis women, right? It's just misogyny, it's just like body shaming, it's just all of like these horrible people all of these guys trying to like, bring you down. And if you are trans and you struggle with gender dysphoria and most likely also body dysmorphia, them constantly attacking you and criticizing every small little part of your body, like it wears you down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it also comes back to the other things. I know you say that if you didn't have the trans flag, you'd still get misgendered, but
Mm-hmm.
I will say from experience, if you take the context clues away, a lot of the times they just won't be able to tell. Um,
I
and
mean, I
it
get the same treatment before the game starts, like in the lobby, if I speak, and they don't see the trans flag at this point.
I think it's worse. I think I saw one stream where you were like doing your normal thing where you're like meowing at him and stuff, and I think one of them told you just shut up, and then after you got in the game, they saw your banner and they called you the T slur. And
Oh,
yeah.
no, at the start, actually, he was, he didn't tell me to shut up. He told somebody else to shut up because the cat is talking.
Oh yeah,
And then, and then he saw the trans flag, and then he called me the Tesla. And then I pushed back against him a little bit and I called him fragile. And then he asked me how many drinks it's going to take to let him hit, you know?
yeah, it's misogyny. It's just misogyny. It's like, and again, I get told over and over and over again that trans women don't deal with misogyny, but I deal with it every single day. I mean, I talked
Oh
about it
yeah,
about
it's
how
just denial.
how
It's
I
just another part of like denying our identity and experiences by saying that like, well, you know, trans women are men, so you can't experience misogyny.
hmm But I deal with misogyny every day. I just explained how,
Yeah.
like, as my voice and progressed, my transition has progressed, I get treated more and more like a woman, and to the point that they talk down to
Hmm.
me because what the fuck do I know? Like, what do I know about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. I think there's also like this huge misunderstanding, like on purpose, where like guys, like cis guys, will experience, you know, the effects of misogyny and they will call it misandry.
hmm
And that like completely hijacks the conversation. And if you tell that like, oh no, the reason why you can't show your emotions or you're going to be called gay, or you know, oh, don't act like a little girl because you're crying or opening up or being vulnerable, it's like it's misogyny. It's not
Yeah.
misandry. It's based in misogyny. It's based in the idea that fundamentally if you're a guy, you're superior and you need to act masculine, and you can't do, like, you have to numb yourself, you have to essentially you know, kill a core part of your body in order to be seen as a guy. Like, that is not misandry.
hmm
And you know, all these terms, all of like these conservatives and so on, they love pushing the idea that trans women don't experience, like, what we're experiencing isn't misogyny, in order to hijack the conversation, just like invalidate everything.
hmm As
And also, like,
someone,
you know, invalidate us.
right? as someone who grew up in a very like abusive environment to the point where I had to do all that stuff, I had to hide any sensitivity, any like interest in femininity, or I would suffer some kind of abuse from it. Um, I had to bottle those emotions up. I had to mask. I had to have no emotions because if I did, then I would get treated like a woman. Pretty much, I would get treated
Yeah.
like lesser. Called an F slur and stuff like that, called queer, etc. Um, and it's misogyny, and it's affected me to this day. Like even now, I struggle with like really expressing emotions because um, I'm afraid of the way that people are going to treat me, even though I'm allowed to now. I'm allowed to be myself,
Yeah.
and I'm allowed to express my emotions now. But the damage is still there from what I
I
had to
think
deal
there's
with.
I think now is like the other part where now if you act quote unquote masculine, people will say that you are male socialized in order to attack you. Even quote unquote allies, if you start disagreeing with them, if you call them out on their transphobia, if you like push back, if you're not if you're a little bit angry or something, people are going to say, oh, you're male socialized, which is turf rhetoric. Like it's actually defined by like it started by a turf.
Mhm. I've
So
had
now you
to.
have to be like, subservient and be quiet, and you have to fulfill all of like the check boxes when it comes to being feminine, because any form of masculinity is going to get you invalidated and attacked.
It's a question right there. If misandry doesn't exist, why did trans guys report it every so often? It's because they're dealing with misogyny. They're still dealing with misogyny. They're not getting treated like men. They're getting treated like confused women usually. The whole thing is, and I will say that trans men do get infantilized. Like the whole insult called like the birthday boy and shit like that. Like that's an infantilizing type of thing, but it's not really misandry. It's more transphobia. That's not really a misandry type of thing. But yeah,
The
I'm
I think
sick
the
of.
misandry,
Hmm?
the misandry point is just once a trans guy is being perceived as a cis guy and no longer a butch lesbian, then there are going to be like queer spaces that are less welcoming but that's kind of like the problem with a lot of these spaces being transphobic and very patriarchal, where the horrible experiences that they get from like cis men is being projected onto trans men.
Mhm. I don't have a huge experience with trans men. Like I only know like one trans man like IRL. And he's an amazing person, and I've never had issues with them. So I'm sure like there are bad actors like in the like trans man community, but the same applies to the trans women community too. Um, so I don't really know. I've never met a trans man that acts like a cis man. So if people are applying the labels that cis men get applied because of experiences that they've had dealt with, then I can kind of understand why people would consider that misandry. But I can't speak on it because I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that like it's just a lot of it when it comes to like misandry and so on is just because it's actually a misogyny that they're dealing with. And when it comes to like turf rhetoric, that is also what like, trans women have to deal with, where how turfs talk about young trans girls. And they call them predators, they call them evil men who invade young little girls' spaces, and they are like 9-year-old trans girls. Like that is a level of like misandry to just like project all of like the evil that people who abuse their position of power are doing, to project that in order to harm an innocent marginalized community even further. And there's like a level of like ostracization like happening if you're a trans guy in like some queer spaces where there are those who spread like turf rhetoric. But essentially it's just like it's like this bioessentialism. It's trying to uphold the idea that like if you're born female, you are the victim, and if you're born male, you are the abuser.
Mm-hmm. And
like that is not feminism, that is not, you know, but it's also like rooted in misogyny and like upholding like this social hierarchy and making the patriarchy out to be something that is natural when it's not.
what Risen just said, misandry would require female-centric power structures and societal constructs which don't exist in any societies by knowledge. Yeah, it's the same. Misandry can't exist on a systematic level. Very similarly to there's no such thing as white racism, is because on a systematic level, they are not being oppressed. Women are still being oppressed in this day and age. I mean, for every dollar that a man makes, I think a cis woman still makes, what, like 75 cents or something. I don't know the exact number. I can probably look it up, but it is not really that important. There's still oppressing laws like on a systematic level against like women. But as far as like,
I mean, misandry is not the opposite of misogyny for these reasons. It's just like, I think sometimes people need to explain why and like how they use certain words and like what they mean with that, because like just going like, oh, misogyny is when you are being hated because you're a woman, and misandry is when you're being hated for being a man. Like it doesn't really give you the big picture, and it invalidates a lot of like the communication, and like makes it harder to talk about like real systematic issues, which is obviously by design. But like people think, like guys think that there are so many guys out there, especially like, you know, in these incel communities, who believe that women owe them, and if they are not willing to date them or something, then it's like, oh, they're just like men hating feminist misandrists or whatnot. Like if you call out these things, then you're being labeled as like misandrist, when it's just like, I feel like people often do not have an idea of like what they are talking about.
Often? You mean all the time?
Yeah, all of the time actually.
Yeah. It's like
So
that one meme that you see all the time of like they're about the leftist discourse or something. They're basically saying that there's no room for leftist discourse because we act like that we don't know what we're talking about. Well, we don't know the actual, what the fuck's the meme? I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about, right?
The tweet where it's like leftist discourse is impossible because, oh wait, I made the same tweet but about right wingers.
Yeah, I did the same thing. But anyway,
it's amazing how much I tweeted that it's amazing how much right discourse is them literally not understanding anything and being incapable of having an honest conversation because I'm a thesis. Oh, that was like me parroting it. It's amazing how much right-wing discourse is just them pretending not to understand things, just making discourse impossible. That's the one.
Yeah, but the truth is it's the other way around, and it's not pretending.
Yeah.
It's just they don't understand. They refuse to understand. They're ignorant on purpose. They don't want to learn. They don't want to be accepting because they always have to punch down on someone. They can't, because that's the only way that they can accept the fact that they are being punched down upon constantly by the people that they support, especially in government.
There's this huge part of like you know, right wingers. Like if trans people talk about like, you know, how we are being invalidated, how people weaponize, you know, our identities in order to abuse us, bully us, and so on. There's so many people who want to like normalize this behavior, so they're going to gaslight us anyways, and they are also going to shift like they are going to play the victim and they're going to be like blowing it up, being like, oh, you want people to get arrested for misgendering a trans person accidentally who actually looks like a man. And they push this, and there are like so many people who fall for it, and they don't want to listen where we are coming from, because so much is like controlled through optics, not through substance.
There's still legitimately people that believe that, like, the whole fucking thing with the dumbass liberal short fat otaku, like that shit where he was like saying that there's an 8-foot gigahan like 2 weeks on HRTs being consuming in sports. Like, people believe that shit. They think when they hear men and women's sports, they think that there's literally men who are not trans at all competing against women, and then you show them the men in question, and it's just a trans woman who's been on hormones for 5 years and doesn't hold any records like at all, and they're like, this is the problem, which is like, it's so frustrating seeing the whole thing. Yesterday
they went after like a 14-year-old trans girl who never went through puberty. For being in school sports, and like that is being blown up and whatnot. It's just like, it's literally just a girl playing sports with other girls. Like, where's the problem? But they portray it. They also like talk about it when it comes to like, oh, you want men peeing next to little girls in the restroom, and I was like, nobody is talking like this. Like, nobody wants to have men in these spaces, but trans women are not men. And that is something that, like, because they use like this language and so on, and they push it, like people just eat it up. And when there's like a survey, right, when people do like research, and it's like, oh, would you want to ban men from women's sports? And it's like, oh, the overwhelming majority actually agrees. This is why trans people are losing. And it's like, you're phrasing the question in such a way that people, like every normal human being, will hear like men in women's spaces, and it's going to be like, well, that's kind of problematic. But it's not like, oh, trans women who are women going into women's spaces with other women. Like, that is very different.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going, like, for instance, I've been going into the women's bathroom since like 6 months into my transition. I've never had anyone even stare at me. Like, even like, no one's ever had an issue.
Yeah.
Like, we just go in there. We go in there like every other person, every other human in existence. We're going in there to take a shit or to go and pee, and we're leaving. We're washing our hands and we're leaving. Like, that's all we're doing. But they act like we're like invading spaces and like doing disgusting things and shit. And then we have like people finding, I don't even know if it's AI, but like people finding like the actual problematic things that they see of like people being weird and shit like that, and they just use that as a weapon. And like, you don't know if it's real. Like, you don't even know if it's real. Because like the AI has gone
also,
fucking insane.
Also, a trans person, you see so often that like, you see like videos, and it's like, oh, is that staged? Is it AI? Is that person even trans? And it's just, it's wild to me. It's wild to me how normalized it is to just like push this propaganda, and how all of our, quote unquote allies, they don't look deeper into these things. And then they're going to hit you with things like, oh, well, if these bad trans people wouldn't like do this, right? Like, if you're a trans woman, but you still look like a man, like, I mean, you shouldn't go into like women's spaces. And it's like, you can tell these people have never talked to a trans person before, because there are so many trans women who feel you have like imposter syndrome, body dysmorphia, and so on, and who avoid all of these public spaces because they don't want to stand out. I used to go into like the men's restroom while wearing skirts, right? And then at some point I was like, you know what? Let me go into the women's restroom. And then I made like this switch, and I never had like any encounters. It's just you know, you just gotta pee. You just gotta do the thing.
Yeah, I think after I came out, I did not go into the men's bathroom even once after I came out. I just used like a gender neutral one because like we actually have gender neutral ones like that at work. I just used that up until like 6 months, and then I just went into the women's. That's what I did. Anyway, I actually do have a topic. Oh my god, it's a topic we never covered
You want
last
to talk
one.
about a topic?
Yes, we have a topic
Damn,
that
I'm glad.
yeah,
I'm glad.
we never brought this up in the last Nyacast, but I wanted to know what got you into being an activist.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself an activist.
You're an activist. Like you do stuff. You do stuff.
I am. I started creating content about like 4 years ago. I created like TikToks and just, you know, I had like gaming moments and whatnot. And at some point I did like scripted stuff and had like little short form things where I talked about you know, being trans in the Overwatch community, and then I talked about, you know, being trans in general. And I was going through transitioning. I essentially like shared all of the things. So I shared about what I was dealing with. I shared about the process and whatnot. I just like talked about this on stream. And then end of 2024, I started uploading these videos to my YouTube. And over 2025, when, you know, I was taken out of context and people attacked me and so on, and I started eventually seeing a lot of systemic issues beyond just trans stuff. So I don't know, I just got yeeted into this because people attacked me for sharing my experiences.
I guess that makes sense.
Like I never signed up to be like an activist. I never signed up to be a representation of the trans community. It's just like I shared my pain.
Valid. I think some of your earliest videos, like you talking about trans, like the struggles you went through as a little trans fucking you were what was it, the Palico? I remember some of your earliest videos on TikTok about that, and that's actually why I ended up following you and started talking to you.
The cat model.
The cat model, yeah, the Palico model.
Yeah.
Like when I came out, I you know, I was a VTuber. I like occasionally would throw out like a pro trans post, but I didn't talk about being trans at all. I didn't talk about my experiences because I was too afraid to. I was too. I've when I was like early in my transition, I was like like the overabundance of confidence was there. Like I was literally faking it until I made it. So which kind of helped me a lot with my confidence today. I just literally every single insult just bounced off me. I ignored it. I something I wish I would do nowadays. But it finally dragged on and it started getting to me like really hardcore. Just like because I'd occasionally get comments, like I would have fun, I would just do my own thing, and I would get a comment randomly like on a clip that I posted on like a short, like, and they were like, I would just get rude comments like, why are you faking a girl voice? And it's just like stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm just like, that's just my voice. And it was so demoralizing for a while. And when I came back to streaming last year, I had no intention of being like vocal again. I was just gonna do the same thing, and I was like, and then I saw what you were doing, and I saw how like inspiring you were, and that's when I started speaking up too. And I think you already know that you inspire me to actually start speaking up and start talking about my experiences and stuff. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm a lot more open now. Was because I used to like be inspired by you. So
I feel like we definitely bonded over the shared like drama that we are constantly being dragged on, like the constant lies and the constant harassment that both of us get now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't think before that we talked as actively together.
No, not really. I would throw you a message in once in a while, and then all I know is like out of nowhere I got dragged into that group chat, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when we started bonding. So,
Oh yeah, that was like that was the big one, right?
yeah, it was when
Yeah.
freaking Usagi Calamari made a post about all of us.
Oh.
And we were in that group chat for like a month or so, and then we finally decided to leave
Yeah.
it because it was like causing too many problems.
It was just too much drama.
It was just constant drama, and
just
I was like,
yeah, it's just like, if you're a content creator, especially if you're a VTuber who is trans, like, you will have to deal with a lot of drama, and on your timeline you will see a lot of drama, and you see a lot of like your friends be dragged into drama. So like you see a lot of like the things that are happening, and at some point it's just like it gets too much. It's just like I already struggle with like the things that I have to deal with. Like learning about like what other people have to deal with. It's just like that's too much.
yeah.
Especially when you have like a big group.
Mm-hmm. It's a struggle, like even speaking out against bigotry at all, because like
Mhm.
you'll speak out against someone being like extremely bigoted about something that's not even related to being trans, and someone will make it about you being trans.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When the situation happened with Demi
Mm-hmm.
that I talked about like a lot of times. Anytime I jumped to defend, it was like, yeah, but like you pretend to be a woman. It's like, what does that have to do with me calling out the misogyny that a cis woman has to deal with right now? And then there are also like so many like chronically online people who just like in their little ecosphere, I'm this huge entity, but a lot of people don't actually know me. And so I see a lot of things. Like sometimes I see interactions where random people who just like follow me or they have like retweeted something are getting into you know discussions with like some transphobes, and then they're going to be like, well, but like you follow Nyara, so nothing you say actually matters. And it's like this was on a Genshin Impact post. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, come on. Why do you make this about me?
Yeah, I see that. I see that a lot too. They're like, they'll be arguing with someone. They'll be like, "You follow Whooith." Opinion invalidated.
Yeah, it's so weird. And like as somebody who talks a lot about systemic issues, like I have people invalidate me, you know, they I will talk about misogyny, and then it's like, yeah, but you don't know anything about that because you're actually a man and you're the misogynist because you wanted to take away the spaces from the poor, fragile, inferior female. I was like, shut up. Shut up. That's
It's
literally
insane.
that's just part of the misogyny that I'm actually like talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see that over and over again, like especially if you're a trans woman and you see the machine, the system work against you, and then you understand like, oh, capitalism creates a lot of like these systemic issues, and wants to like uphold the patriarchy, all of like these ultra conservatives. What about like other systemic issues? And then you learn about these things. Here, what I like as somebody, my entire life, I dealt with just having gender dysphoria, and I didn't want to care about like politics. I still had like white privileges and whatnot, especially like in Germany, and you don't look deeper into anything. And I just cared about trans issues for a really long time, and then once you start opening, your mind to like the broader things, now that I resolved a lot of my own gender dysphoria, and I realized a lot of the things that I have internalized are because of like these right-wing spaces. Once you start learning about this, and it becomes really radicalizing, which is why I talk about these things so much, because I fell for this right-wing for these right-wing lies about trans people, and also fell for it when it comes to people of color, and Black indigenous folk. Like, that is what I fell for, because I wasn't personally affected by it, but the moment there was like a rise in transphobia, and I saw that over and over again, I was like, well, okay, this is going too far now. This is going to like this now. Actually, I can tell that this is incorrect, right? It's essentially how when people listen to Elon Musk talk about like science, to everybody it sounds like so smart, but if you're actually familiar with the field, then you're like, okay, he's full of shit. And that was like for me like what it was when it comes to trans topics. At some point, it was just like, well, it's not like that, because when I see somebody talk about like, oh, trans kids don't exist, like I can say like from my experiences, how my life was, how I grew up, and so on. Like, yeah, trans kids do exist. Like, they're just full of shit. And then at some point, it's just like it shattered, right? Like, if you listen to Asmongold long enough, eventually there's going to be a point where it's like, okay, he's full of shit, and this is going to, the card house is going to fall apart. You're going to realize, oh, he's always been full of shit. It's just like, I didn't realize that because I wasn't familiar with like the subject.
Yeah, you just described what the term woke means. The realizing injustices in the world and radicalizing towards more of like a progressive value is literally what woke means. Um, I literally kind of followed the same path too when I was like growing up, and like all the way up until I was like probably like 27. I didn't care about politics. Like I had no interest in politics. I saw Trump get elected, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I was like, that'd be kind of cool if the woman had gotten elected instead of Trump, but like she seems kind of weird too, and like I was like, whatever. I didn't care. Um,
Yeah.
and like I didn't care about politics at all. And then I met trans people, and I realized that these people were just normal people, and they were just like trying to live their life just like me. And I was like, and that's when like I started noticing all the bigotry in the world. I started noticing. I kind of already noticed it. Like, whenever someone says like the R slur or like the bad F slur,
Mm-hmm.
like even when I was younger, I was
Yeah.
like, why you? That's so cringe. Like, why would you like just come on? Like, come on. Like, don't do that. Like, I would always be like that, and that's just how I grew up. Because I dealt with like a lot of verbal and physical abuse, so I didn't want to do that to other people. Like, I guess that's called empathy. But I I just wanted to treat people with kindness, because that's how I would want to be treated. That's how I want to be treated. That's how you should treat anyone. You should just treat people how you want to be treated. So, um eventually I kind of did become radicalized because people pushed me to be radical. People pushed me over and over again to be radical, because I
Yeah.
just wanted to live my life. I just wanted to be happy in my own body. And I got, labeled a groomer and a predator because of that. And it's so dangerous for someone like me, because I have kids. I have 2 kids, and people are
Yeah.
constantly like threatening me and stuff. And like I get like I get regularly threats of people saying that they're gonna like contact CPS and stuff because I just talk against their talking points. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing against you? And they're like, well, you're a groomer pedophile. It's like, how am I, like, once you can't just make shit up. And they do it anyway. And they wonder why someone like me became radicalized, because before I was like,
Yeah.
you could have called me a liberal, because I was like very center. I didn't really care. But I got radicalized by people pushing back against me just for accepting myself.
Yeah. I think that like, 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 I think a lot of times when I was, quote unquote apolitical, it's just if you're in a world where there's so much normalized racism, Islamophobia, and transphobia, misogyny, and so on, and you don't realize that, you don't recognize that, and you internalize all of like these things, like that is being seen as like apolitical, but it's like actually right wing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is something that more people need to understand and learn. But sadly, there are a lot of big people, big creators, and the media, politicians, and so on who normalize these talking points and like push this and portray it as like common sense and so on. To the point where people here in Germany, like when they hear right, they think of like AfD, they think of like Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
When they hear left, they think about like communism, like Soviet Union and China and so on. That's what they like think about, and they believe that they are in the center. But like when you look at like our politicians, our political parties, and what they're actually saying, they are right leaning. But they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They think, oh, we get information from like both sides, and it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You hear everything through the lens of those that are right wing.
Yeah, that's how it is here too. Surprisingly, people are, like when you hear left, they think liberal, and liberal means communist, and that like propaganda has still worked, and it's been going on for over 100 years.
Yeah.
And like right isn't even seen as a Nazi. They think that like they call that like far right. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's about the only difference. Like they just think like right is MAGA. That's all it is. But like most of the
Yeah.
liberals that you deal with on a day to day here in America are right leaning as well. And they even
Yeah.
call Asmongold a centralist, and it's very
Mm-hmm.
clear he's not.
Yeah. I think that because of the system, because of all of like these issues, being trans is always going to be seen as like something political. And if you stand up for human rights and so on, like that is a political matter, because there is no equality, right? There's still this class war, and like capitalism thrives on oppression, right? Like it needs that. And if you talk about this, well, then it's like, well, why don't you go to China? And it's like, I mean, look at like a country like Cuba, who is being sanctioned and is struggling to, even have like electricity and so on, and everybody is barely hanging on, but they still have free healthcare. There's still, there were Americans and so on who can't pay their bills, so they're going to Cuba and getting healthcare, and they're getting treated. The literacy rate is so much higher than in the US. But they're being sanctioned, they're being fucked over by capitalists, by the US.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where like EU companies and so on do not want to work with Cuba, because otherwise the US is going to sanction them. And it is so fascinating to me that people are, just like, if you suggest the idea of free healthcare or like education and so on, they're going to call you a communist, and somebody who's just like going to destroy the society. Everything is going to like fall apart if people can't if people don't lose $200,000 in hospital bills, then everything is going to like collapse or some shit. And it's just like, you fall for propaganda of people who, like pharmaceutical companies and so on, who designed it to make profit. Right? There was like this one thing of like Trump wanting to investigate Germany or whatnot because our healthcare is too affordable. And the propaganda is that the reason why healthcare is not affordable in the US is because while all of like the other countries like Japan and Germany and so on, like they have cheaper healthcare, like affordable healthcare because the US pays so much. And in reality, it's just like if you look at insulin, how much it costs to produce insulin. If you look at like the companies and so on, it's just the reason why you don't have affordable healthcare is just because there are no limits. Because the lobby, those who are, paying politicians in order to pass bills and so on, it's just because they don't want you to have affordable healthcare.
Propaganda has worked so well against like citizens of almost every Western, well, not even Western, every civilization, to push this idea that socialism and any type of like free programs are like bad in nature, like even communism, like because they see like people's attempts of making the utopia of socialism and stuff, but they ignore the fact that it's constantly being sabotaged, like you just said with like Cuba. Like they're constantly being sabotaged because it threatens what's going on. And the moment that people finally wake up to that and they finally see, oh well, the reason why we actually can't have socialism is because they're being sabotaged like constantly. But that propaganda is always going to be against that all the time.
Yeah.
And I see it so much like everywhere, and because like people still talk about communists, and it's been again like over 100 years, like 200 years, and it's just a huge problem. I'm so tired of being afraid to go to the hospital because even though I have insurance, I still might end up paying thousands of dollars for like routine things. It's ridiculous how bad the healthcare. Like people don't understand that. Like they people who don't live in America don't fully grasp how bad it is with the healthcare. I mean, my bill for my bottom surgery was like $150,000, and my insurance
I
covered
paid 150 euros.
Yeah. I paid
That was just for the
7,000.
hospital stay as well. It's just,
I paid
me being in the hospital, like that's my part.
I paid $7,000. That was my entire, because a lot of insurance policies have something called an out-of-pocket maximum, and that's the maximum they can charge you for the entire year, and I hit that, and the entire bill was $150,000 for bottom surgery.
Jesus. Like I had a revision. I had like 2 surgeries, and they were like included, like at the start. And like I'm so fortunate to be in a country where I have health insurance and so on, but I see how conservatives, how our politicians want to like threaten that and destroy that, and I see all of like the propaganda when it comes to how refugees are actually the reason why Germans have to work so hard while they get everything gifted. And like I was scared the other day when I heard like my dad echo back these talking points, and I had to like explain how it's just like,
oh boy,
there's so much like big picture stuff happening. And yeah, there are instances of people like, exploiting the system or whatnot, but it happens at a way bigger scale when it comes to billionaires, when it comes to how Germany sent like, 500 million to Israel so they can commit war crimes. Like it's just, and our politicians don't talk about that because, you can't go against like the US, you can't go against like Israel and so on. So they are always going to go after like those whose homes were bombed in the Middle East, and then they find like refuge and they need like some help to integrate or stay somewhere, and then you see like all of like the politicians push like this propaganda, and that is being portrayed as like, actually like that is like a centrist talking point, because like, well, I don't want these other looking people coming in here and taking advantage of like my tax money. I was like, okay, what about like those who look like you? What about those who do it at a way bigger scale? Like, what about that? And it's like, oh, that's too big picture. Like, you can't do anything about that. And it's just like, it's so fucked to constantly have to like hear this and to try to like deprogram someone. And when even our mainstream media is right wing, is influenced by right wing, the way they talk about, if there's like a crime happening and it's by somebody who is, German versus somebody who is German, born in Germany, but has like a Turkish heritage or something, like they talk about it way differently. And if you go outside and you see a group of guys who, are Muslim or whatnot, and people are, terrified of them because like, oh, I bet they're going to do something dangerous. But it's like, if I go outside and I see a group of like, 6 German guys who are white, like I'm also going to be scared, right?
Mm.
It's not going to be different just because it's, because like, well, what if they're AFD voters? What if they are going to do something bad? But it's just like people refusing to talk about like the big picture stuff because that is too big picture, and it's easier to go after like the, I don't know, 10% of Turkish people or something in the area,
The fact that there's still so much like racism in the world is insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like being European, being German, like there's so many people who don't even want to acknowledge that racism exists because well, I don't have anything against Turkish people. But then they spread like the Islamophobia, and like they push like the propaganda, and it's also like all of like the movies, right? Like if you hear about like terrorists, who do you imagine? Like somebody from the Middle East, right?
Mm-hmm. That's just how propaganda
And
works.
yeah, that's how the propaganda works, and it's getting to a point where people don't recognize that and realize that. So if you call somebody a racist, they're going to be like offended. They're going to pretend that like racism is actually like a solved issue. It doesn't exist anymore because we don't have slavery, we don't have colonies, and it's like, I mean, yeah, you do. Like, it's just, it's wild to me. It's so wild to me.
Again, I was saying like propaganda's worked so well that somehow they've convinced all these normal people who just don't take the time to like look into things that the the person who wants to fight for free healthcare and universal income and stuff like that, like the Mamdanis of the world, like they think
Yeah.
that like those are the bad people, and the big huge billionaires who aren't fucking doing anything for the environment or anything for the economy whatsoever, don't ever pay taxes, don't ever really do anything good unless they're getting the little pat on the back good boy points like Elon Musk tends to get. Like those are the good guys, like that they've somehow
Yeah.
like managed to do that in the society, and it's like it's so liberating once you realize what the fuck they're doing. And that kind of like is why I always proudly say that I am woke. Of course I'm fucking woke because I realize the injustices of the world.
Yeah.
Star Trek communism is bad. Based? Wait, what?
I think that it's just like it's an issue that obviously I will never be able to solve, but I guess I can at least like talk about this, and I can share the things that I have learned and maybe help other people. And maybe at some point things are going to, reach enough people to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
But it's hard, and it sucks to talk about like trans issues, and it sucks to talk about the things that are going on in the world during a time where it feels like every single day you just wake up to more bad news. You just wake up to more trans people being abused and rights taken away and so on.
You can't just focus on the bad things. You also gotta focus on the good thing. There's good things going on too. Um, I mentioned this recently about how like with all the bad shits going on and all the distractions they keep feeding us, I mean like, isn't there like evidence like the ozone of the Earth is repairing itself, like stuff like that, like
Yeah, there's
conservation
a
type stuff. It's like good news, and then also just being like vocal as yourself. I know it's not all bad because I receive like
mhm.
I receive like heartfelt messages from people too, like that I inspire them, that I finally woke them up to the injustices, or they finally realize that they're trans, and it's like, and those messages are special to me, and it's the only reason I keep doing this.
Yeah, I think that like there's still positive change. It's just like the people who want positive change aren't the one who are being platformed and boosted, or they aren't the one who are currently in a position of power. But like, society changes, and I think that like now that more and more people experience like the horrors of fascism, of like, the Trump admin and so on, more people are going to wake up to that. I just wish that in Germany more people would recognize that a lot of the things that Trump is doing and so on, it's also like the same propaganda that people like our conservative party or like the AfD and so on are using. All of like the Red Scare and like the hate for socialism, like anything that is like actually making the world, like improving your quality of life and so on, is just being scrutinized. And I wish more people would just like recognize that and realize that. But just it's a slow change, but I think that there has definitely been like some shift in societal like perception of these things. I wish it didn't get this bad, but people didn't listen to me like years ago, and they said I was just like fear mongering.
Yeah, the
And
fear
now
mongering is a common insult.
yeah, and now when I talk about like German politicians, like the shift there and so on, they also call it fear mongering. So they are like people who recognize that like fascism is bad and like the Trump admin is bad, but they cannot connect the dots when it comes to Germany because they're also like too,
Lost in the sauce.
right wing and racist and so on. There's also like this experimental, like the scientific research group that is trying a method to increase, like to save the ice in the Antarctic. Apparently, like drilling holes, and if that works, like long term, that could save the polar caps. Which is also, huge, good
Yeah,
thing.
it's there's lots of bad, but there's definitely some good.
Yeah.
It's hard not to focus
Also,
on the bad.
when it comes to trans topic, I think something that people need to understand is that, yeah, politicians attack us. Yeah, journalists hate us, and social media and so on is filled with transphobia, and it's just so normalized to attack us. But the science is on our side,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still doctors, and they're still. Oh my god,
Yeah, Maxwell.
that's a wild thing to do. There's still researchers and so on who know that gender affirming care helps trans people, and they try to like figure out new things. And even though things are slow and they're being scrutinized or suppressed and whatnot, they are still pushing for the betterment of trans healthcare.
I I've like argued with so many people about because they always say like trans people are mentally ill, and I just show them like the actual the DSM-5 or like the latest edition, and it doesn't say it at all anymore. And they were like, "Well, that's the new one that's been woke. It's been woke.
That's woke.
It's woke.
It's woke."
Einstein on YouTube said we need to somehow convince some large enough coalition of people to fund sending ships to spray seawater into the air and increase cloud cover over the oceans and cool them down. I think, like I said, I think we're starting to like finally start reversing the greenhouse gas effect and stuff, and damaging the ozone layers, and like so many more other like actual like going out and about getting your boots on the ground activism actually does affect. It's just we're so far away from actually protecting our planet for for the future and it's like I'm like I'm afraid for my kids. Like we already live in a society now where I can't like there's no way that I'm ever gonna be able to afford a home without having it given to me because shit's too expensive.
Yeah.
And just even thinking about how my kids could possibly afford a home like ever, and it's hard to like even talk about because like what's the point of putting in their head that one day they'll experience that old American dream and shit like that when I don't even believe in it. Like I don't even believe in that shit anymore because I've been in the real world for long enough to know that it just doesn't exist. And I'm so glad to see that more socialism is coming to America, and we're starting to see like more like democratic socialists. I mean, it's not like full socialist, but like we're seeing more of a shift to the left, like we've been guessing is going to happen with the pendulum swinging back. And stuff.
I believe that like the U.S. has to go through an actual like revolution, like an actual change where it's also not going to be a two-party system. I think it kind of needs to, then there needs to be like some reform.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at like what the DSA wants to have, like essentially like a multi-party system, and to get rid of like the electoral college and so on, like.
Whatever happened to the idea of like rank-based voting? Isn't that what it's called? It's basically when you vote, you vote for like 1, 2, 3, like which one you would prefer, and that's like how it works, and that's how like most societies outside of America work with voting and stuff.
I mean, for me in Germany, I can vote like a party, and then I can have like a second vote.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they don't have that. It's just one vote. You get one vote for one thing. Yeah, it's just called ranked like ranked choice voting. I don't know the actual term. I'm sure someone else knows the term, but it's starting to get like more widely adapted in the West Coast. It's not so much like in the Midwest, or it might be in the East Coast too. Skill-based voting. Ranked choice. Is it ranked choice? That might be that. Rank-based choice voting. You got it right. Okay. Yeah, I was like, it's starting to become more widely adapted because that way, people aren't like locked into like a certain type of person, and it can be more even spread, and that definitely supports more of like an outside of a two-party system.
Yeah. I think that like the reason why a lot of independent politicians and so on are just like failing is because like, oh, what is the point? It's just like either or, right? But like if everybody thinks this way, then obviously there's no change going to happen. And sadly, a lot of like Democrats do not want change, right? Like a lot of Democrats are essentially just like conservatives. They just want to uphold like the status quo where they are at right now. And a lot of liberals are only okay with the progressive things from like the past that have been established. And that doesn't give you any change. Which is sadly also why, you know, a lot of like the liberals are working harder against democratic socialists than actual fascists.
Yeah, the fact that the Democrats are like saying that they're thinking about leaving the party and going and being registered as independent or even a Republican because the new progressive Democrats are like they're too much for them. And it's like
Yeah.
liberal bullshit. In other news, Yara, I'm fucking tired of talking about politics.
It's exhausting.
How's your voice doing? How's your voice training doing? Are you working on it still?
Okay, I'm doing my warm-up routine and so on, trying to like add different things, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm in this awkward space. We'll see.
It's definitely an awkward space. I was trying to tell you like multiple times. I'm pretty sure it went in one ear and not the other. I think just a little more breathiness might help a lot. Like, don't overdo it. Just add a little breathiness. Not. That's what I mean.
Hey, Whooith. I hope you're doing well.
You gotta work on that. You gotta work on that. Stop it. I'm not teasing you. I'm just saying, going from the blunt, and just adding a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Start talking a little bit quieter.
More breath, less moan.
Less moaning, just more breathiness.
When the sunlight strikes, raindrops in the air.
When the sunlight strikes, raindrops in the air, they act as a prism. Just like that. Yeah. Just nice and calm. Stop moaning. Stop moaning. Don't do it.
You can't stop me from moaning.
Voice train can be rough at times. Hold on, I gotta go turn my air conditioner up. I'm like super hot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Who is coming on here to flex how she's super hot?
No, I'm hot as in like I'm sweating. Let me go with my fan 1 second.
Yeah. Oh my god. Less moaning. Who hates Nira's chat and wants all our fun taken away? Exactly. I'm EP. Need to stop voice training.
Did you start meowing when I walked away? Wait, what'd you say? She started whimpering. Oh. Nyara, do you whimper when I leave?
I whimper all the time.
You whimper all the time. At least you fess up to it. The Yuri, no, stop it. Have you met this woman? She meows at every chance she gets. True. No, my wife said that she's like, oh my god, Nyara, because you were meowing.
I'm getting EP.
Why are you getting EP? You've only been live for how long? Let me look.
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you sleep more? Why don't you sleep more? You wouldn't be tired right now. This is my time.
Yeah.
This is my time, Nyara.
I wanted to actually like kick you out.
Wait, are we done already?
Was there more that you want to talk about?
I mean, I just didn't want to talk about specifically politics anymore. We can talk more about trans issues if you want.
Yeah, but I feel like we talked a lot about like all the things.
I think I just I get it. I get it. Soraya just like filled me in. I get it. I get it. I get it, Nyara. I get it.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah. I get it.
I think that we talked a lot about like different topics, and I think that a lot of them are like heavier topics. And next time, why aren't you just like a little bit more fun? That would like Nyacast 3.0 should be like just nice.
I literally asked you. I asked you before. I asked you a few like days ago. I'm like, well, no, it was when you talked about it. I was like, what is the topic? And you just didn't respond to me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. We should meow at other people.
You gonna meow at other people? I think this is even shorter than the last Nyacast. How's this shorter?
Maybe we talked for like an hour.
The last
That's kinda-
Nyacast, we
that's-
talked for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that was way too long.
Oh my god, I've seen you fucking talk to one of the other people for like 4 hours, so shut up.
That's just way too long. Like that shouldn't happen. Typically, I do like 1.5 hours. That's kind of what I do.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're going to... Okay, so Soraya was right, you are...
No, if there's more, I just have to pee.
Oh, I mean...
If there's more, if you want to talk about more, like we can talk about that. I just need to pee.
Why are you drinking so much water?
Oh, because I have a headache.
Just go piss, girl.
Okay, I'll be right back then. Think about a topic.
It's my time to meow now. Meow. 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 This is my stream now. This is my stream now. Time to torture my chatters. Oh, I'm gonna torture Nyara's chatters like I torture my chatters. You guys ready for this? What's going on, chat? You guys having a good day today? Has this been a very acceptable stream so far? Are you enjoying the Nyacast so far? The fucking shadow again. Stop it. I think we actually did talk about most of what I wanted to talk about. Why's your voice hot no matter what pitch? Oh my fucking god. That tone shift though. Yeah, I can just jump really in and out. In and out. And up and down. And back and forth. And down again. Even your wife is like, fuck no, yeah. She's in the background like screaming. There's just joined Shadow, yeah. More trans women need to be in voice acting. We have magic powers. I think once I'm further along, I do want to do some voice acting. I would love to be like I would love to be an anime. We were just talking about how... Why did you turn into the lesbian flag? That looks so bad on my screen. Why would you do that to me? It looks so bad on my screen. Green. Why is she the pan flag?
I'm having technical difficulties right now.
Oh no, what's wrong?
I don't hear you.
You can't hear me? It's so bad.
Yeah, there we go.
What's wrong?
I don't know what happened, but my headphones it did like a.
Oh, it probably got a little bit unplugged, maybe. Okay, she's back to normal. You got glorped and it looked really bad on my screen.
Oh.
Did you get a snack? I see you chewing.
Yeah.
What you eating?
I have Biscoff Milka.
I want that.
I ate it.
Small Beans, do you want to go to the World Market and get more German chocolate? Sure.
You should. I can recommend it.
Yeah, I remember I like messaged you the last time we went there and I bought a bunch of German chocolate.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, anyway, I was explaining to my chat of how good my vocal range was while I was gone.
I'm proud of you.
You're proud of me?
I'm always proud of you.
Wait, who are you?
Don't worry about it.
Who is this?
Don't worry about it.
Not Nyara's proud of you. Nyara would never. I always thought you'd lose your deep voice when she started voice. Most people actually do lose their deep voice unless they're strains like me and randomly go back into it to piss off my chat.
You piss off your chat?
Yes, on purpose.
I'm back. Did anything happen?
Chateth came out.
Chateth?
Yeah.
What is Chateth?
It's when I really talk like this all the time.
Oh my god!
You can lose your deep voice. Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? You need a redeem for that. Chateth.
Yeah, you can lose your deep voice if you don't use it sometimes.
Mm.
It'll get to the point where it hurts.
Wait. Hey guys. Wait. Yeah. If I talk like, wait, is that okay? That might be. That might actually be like a little bit higher than I used to. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know. I would
funny.
have to.
It's actually really funny when you try to do a deep voice and then you correct yourself back to your normal voice. You tend to go back higher, like in general. Like your voice is already it sounded higher for a second. Like after you switched back.
Yeah. Am I talking a little bit higher right now? Am I overcorrecting?
You're overcorrecting.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
You gotta do the Deku
I hope
voice.
you're doing well. Heat from fire, fire from heat. When the sunlight strikes, raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light in many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch with its path high above and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. Hey guys.
It's Boxy. What the fuck? What is that? Wait, is that something? Is that a reference I don't get?
I don't know. Who's Boxy?
It was Boxy.
Is that a YouTuber?
Ancient meme, I think. I've never heard that one. That's a new one. Since I'm not out of the closet, I voice troll online when people piss me off in games. I haven't actually played any like games with strangers to fuck with people before, which is why I piss off my chat instead. Because I don't know who else to do it to.
Boxy with 2x. Hey guys! Why Boxy disappeared? Oh, it's that. Okay, it's that girl.
I kind of think, Raven, what you just said, I kind of feel the same way. Whenever I'm getting into the mood for streaming and stuff, I think about my customer service voice, and I just go a little like a little bit lower than that.
Every time I talk on like Valorant, I go into like the nice, good job.
It sounds
You're
really
doing
good.
Amazing. I'm so proud of you.
that actually sounds really good. Like, why? What? Do people actually still clock you through that?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Nice, good job. I think sometimes there's just like something where people are like, oh, that's a woman. Oh, wait, that's a man. Oh, that's a woman. That's a man, right? Like sometimes
My
people are just like switching.
my latest short that I put out today literally covers a little bit on this topic. I don't know if you saw that one.
No, I
It's
haven't.
about confirmation bias.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's they don't really like most people really can't tell. It's not until like they get some kind of context clue and then they're like, "Well, I see it. I see it. I see all the masculine stuff in your voice and what you look like and stuff and you're trans. You're one of them troons." Like that's pretty much like it's confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have that confirmation bias, they just don't really know. Which might actually be why whenever someone is in your like they're like what are you or whatever because they can't tell and I think that comes back to what I said about confidence. I don't think you're confident enough, Nero. You gotta be more confident.
Wow, I'm sorry.
When someone says
Yeah.
what are you, you just say I'm a girl and then you just move on.
I'm a girl.
I'm a girl.
That's, you know, it's like, you know, anytime, I think it's worse when a woman asks me. When a woman asks me, "Are you a girl?" I'm like, I don't want to say anything. And then I have like random guys like answer for me, and they're like, "I think he's just gay. I think he's a femboy," and then I don't like correct them or anything.
Why don't you just say you're a tomboy?
I'm a tomboy.
Not that way.
Why not?
I don't know. It might be an experiment. Like one of your runs, just say I'm just tomboy. Just like
I'm a femme girl.
just say tomboy in like a really nonchalant way. You just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just meow.
Yeah, you can meow too. Just meow. But yeah, I put out a shirt today. It's about confirmation bias, about how, essentially, I don't give it like, someone was talking about how they're like in real life they never get misgendered, but for some reason, like their old boss still misgenders them, and their old boss doesn't get how other people don't misgender them, and it's because they already know. They already know you're trans, so
Yeah.
that's the reason why they go out of the way and do it.
Yeah.
But if they don't know, they usually don't even think about it because there's like a split second thing that happens in your brain whenever you see someone, and it kind of determines, hey, this is a boy, this is a girl, or I can't tell, like immediately, and that's usually why like in customer service I experience it all the time. It's like they walk up, they just immediately call me ma'am. And that's just because of that split second decision. I forgot the actual name for it. I put in one of my videos before the actual term for it. But if they have the prior knowledge that someone's trans, they're gonna immediately find something that doesn't fit their like automatic definition of what a woman or a man would be. And they're gonna be like, well, you're trans.
Yeah. I think this is also why like it's weird with my dad. My dad uses my new name and this consistently. Like there are no like slip ups or anything. But he still calls me he.
Aww.
And sometimes he calls me she. And when I met him again at Christmas, like after not seeing him for a while, the first thing actually like coming out of his mouth, and like I prepared myself to get like misgendered all of the time, was she when he saw me. And after, you know, spending more time, spending more of the evening, then like the he, him, like that came out after just, you know, a while of just like being there. Like it's so weird. It's so weird to me.
I'm gonna assume that your dad's older.
Yeah.
It's not always
Yeah.
their fault. I mean, it took me being
It's
around
just
my
a
mom.
habit,
It took
I
me
think.
around being around my mom 24/7 for her to finally drop it. Because it used to happen all the time and now it never happens. It's
Yeah.
about being like constantly exposed to you. if your dad was around you a lot more, then it wouldn't happen near as much. And it's just like it's something you just deal with when you deal with like older people.
Yeah.
The fact that he's trying, like, does it look like he's still
Yeah,
trying?
Like, oh yeah, like I mean, there's at least like the point where, um, like I'm not being that named. Like that's good.
Yeah, it's progress.
That's progress. Next month I'm going to meet more of my relatives who haven't talked to me in like 6-7 years. And
That's gonna go great.
I'm going to be like this
6,
is going to
7.
be this is going to be it's going to be interesting, but I feel like I don't really have that many more opportunities to just like meet with them or like, you know, talk to them. But it's definitely going to be a shift. Definitely going to be a change.
The relatives are always awkward, like always awkward. I know that because my like my aunt and uncle, they're like so smiley and they're super affirming. They don't misgender me at all, but it's so awkward. It's so awkward all the time because it's like you're just sitting there and it's like all the things you used to talk about, like you don't know what to talk about anymore because they want to talk about the elephant in the room and you're all like, I'm just eating my food, leave me alone.
Yeah, I think that is going to be. I'm thinking about like how much do I want to like rip off the band-aid? Like how much do I want to like dress up and so on to go there?
You should just wear a dress.
I don't wear dresses.
You should do it anyway.
I don't know. Going to wear my merch. I think that like a big part of it is they know me from the time where I was disassociating, angry, socially anxious, and just like detached from everything. And now I'm all, you know, out here, but I'm still socially anxious and I'm still scared and I'm still worried and I'm still overthinking everything. But I'm different. And I think that like a lot of them are maybe not prepared to how woke I've gotten.
Just be confident. Again, confidence is everything. If you march in there and you just like unapologetically yourself, then it rubs off.
How can you not wear a dress? Because I still have body dysmorphia. I still have body image issues, and I still feel like incredibly insecure about my body. And I don't want to look like a man in a dress. And that's what I see every single time. So I just wear shorts and oversized shirts.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Stop. No, don't.
No, I wasn't reacting to you. Do you want me to?
Okay.
Oh, baby, you're okay.
Okay.
You're okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay.
I was responding to Diane.
Oh, I didn't read that. Didn't read that yet.
Even after a year and a half, my family still uses my dead name and the wrong pronouns. I understand that they struggle to pronounce my first name, but my middle name is so simple. And to them, I'm not non-binary. I'm a trans man. They believe they are two genders, and early on, they were always very interested. Where'd you go? Huh? Yara? Oh shit. F chat. F. I killed her. I killed Nyara. Are you back? Oh no. Chad has killed Nyara. Oh no. Nyara. Valorant crashed the PC. Wait, did she have Valorant up in the background? Imagine. Oh no, we killed Nyara. We killed Nyara. Apparently, because I scolded her, like her entire like modem just exploded.
Ba-ba-da-doo.
Hi.
Ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Am I back?
Yeah. Did your internet blow up?
My internet died.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Hello, chat.
I don't think your stream's back yet, though. There we go.
I think it should be back. Hello, everybody. My internet just died. It just did like a little thing.
Can I get a new link for Ninja because it's gone? Unless you just want to wrap it up here.
My yeah, I don't know. My stuff doesn't work right now. My wireless connection. My Wi-Fi doesn't work right now. So up. I'm back.
It's not loading.
Okay.
That was weird.
Is it back?
No, it's gone. Your stream's fine. Your stream's back. Do I need
Maybe you need to refresh or something? Well, that's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Okay. Okay, maybe we're back. I don't think I was back in time. I think there's like a new session now, or like the stream. I don't know, but
Your Ninja's not loading.
my Ninja's. I don't know why not then. Okay, can I refresh? Share your camera.
It's still the old stream. You never disconnected. Oh, there we go. You're back. You're all laggy though.
What do you mean I'm lagging?
Like it's pixelated.
It shouldn't be anymore.
It's slowly clearing up.
So saying 5 hours to hold stream. I hope so. Bueno.
There you go. It took forever to get back.
Okay, it should still be the same stream. Okay. Well, welcome back, everybody. Yes, my internet just like turned off for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
They blame
I
Chata.
thought maybe it's going to be a little bit of windy right now, but I guess not. I guess some other technical difficulty. But we are back. But yeah, I'm I don't know. Do you wanna keep going? Do you wanna like do something else? Like, what's the plan for you?
I mean, I'd do whatever you want. I just like I thought I killed your. What's the laugh?
So you do anything I want?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I didn't think this far ahead.
Do you ever think far ahead?
Oh my god.
What's wrong?
So,
What's the problem?
I don't know, I swallowed.
Mommy is right here, I know. She's probably laughing about it over there.
Okay, but yeah, I don't wear dresses. I know. I still have like body image issues, and I'm kind of worried about like what is going to happen. I'm worried about how people are going to react, and it's going to be like a lot of people at the same time. But it feels like I just gotta rip the band-aid off because like otherwise I'm not going to do like I'm not going to do anything otherwise, right? I'm not going to like meet them otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's like estranged from my family, like I talk to them once in a while. I just don't really care. Like I didn't even go to my dad's memorial after he passed away, and people were kind of surprised I didn't go. But it's like I don't really have a connection with my extended family, and I feel
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, the one time I talked to my dad's wife, she misgendered me on the phone. Yeah, and it's obviously on purpose.
Oh
So like I
god.
wasn't really in a rush to go see this person that just misgendered me on the phone. Um, and I just didn't really care. And most of my extended family is like that. I just don't have a connection with them. Like
Yeah, I think it's just like worrying about I will go there and they are just going to misgender me or don't view me as who I am,
mm-hmm.
and things are going to be like incredibly awkward and I'm just going to be there and I have to endure it. And then it's like, well, I don't really have like any connection to them, so all I'm going to like subject myself to is like the potential of maybe if things being better, but most likely it's just going to like stay the same way or get even worse.
Yeah, I mean, with older people and stuff, like you never know. Like you just said, dude, I don't think they're ready for like realizing how woke you became, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something has changed. Maybe it's not just you. Maybe more people have changed too, and it's just the media and the algorithms on these social media platforms has really pushed this idea that like everyone's so right, but it's not like that. It's not the truth because I've seen rallies and I've seen protests and I've seen people out in the real world, and most people aren't like that. Like most people aren't like that. Like those aren't real people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Don't go into it thinking like it's gonna go so bad. Um, because as you said, the worst thing that can happen is nothing changed.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm just going to like go there. Maybe I'm just going to like go there and it's like, oh well, these people kind of suck, and then I'm going to like drive home.
Yeah, you could just leave.
Yeah.
Just like go grab some food and then just leave. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I also have a family. I mean, like I have my wife of that I've been with 20 years, and my kids are pretty much almost grown. My eldest is almost 18, and my youngest is almost 12. So like they're independent, like little creatures, and they're not like entirely reliant on me, so I have a lot more time to like just do what I want, and I'm there for them, and we're here for each other, and I don't really have to worry about that outside of it, so it's a little bit different for me.
Yeah.
Fucking Aiden said I'm imagining Yara's family is wearing AFD merch. I don't think it's
No,
that
it's
bad.
not. It's not that bad. That's more like my mom. More like my mom.
Family sucks.
But yeah. Yeah. Like I'm pretty comfortable with just streaming, having my community, and having friends, but it's kind of nice to not have shitty relatives. And I mean, I've avoided them. I've avoided talking to them in like a long time at this point. Maybe even like 8 years. I don't even know when I last saw them.
It's a while.
And I just feel like a lot of things happened in these years, and like I transitioned, but I always feel like I haven't made enough progress when it comes to like transitioning to have like give them like an easier time to just adjust, I think. Because like in my eyes, I just look like I did 10 years ago. Which is probably like the dysphoria talking.
That
But
is
I
the
feel like-
dysphoria talking.
But I feel like I haven't had like these major changes. I see a lot of like trans people have.
I don't know. I've never seen your before and after pictures, so I couldn't tell you like firsthand. But I can tell you most likely that you do not look anything like you used to. Especially if you've been on hormones for as long as you have.
Yeah, I don't know.
You look like a girl 10 years ago, yeah. You look like a girl.
Fuck you.
Why are you saying fuck you to that? What are you, a girl? Why do you look like a girl? What are you, a girl?
Oh my god.
That hurts my fucking throat.
Oh my god.
Why does that voice hurt my throat?
I don't know, maybe because you're like forcing it.
Yeah, probably.
You're straining your voice.
Yeah. People think that this voice is straining my voice, and this is just my normal voice.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't wait to be asked if I have a boyfriend.
You just gonna say not anymore?
it's just I feel like I mean there's going to be like there are probably going to be like a lot of like awkward moments, but I'm just like in my head playing like all of like the dumbass questions that I'm potentially going to get asked, and it's like, you have a boyfriend? Dating must be really hard, you know, with like your condition or something like
Condition?
that.
I still remember when I was okay. So, when I first came out, and like 8 months into my transition, I remember a coworker at my work walked up and they were like, "Did you have the surgery?" And I was like, "That's not an appropriate thing to ask. That's what I would have told her."
Do you keep the penis?
Did you keep the penis?
Do you still have the penis? Did you
Yeah.
chop it off yet?
You got that
So
gawk.
is it gone? Hold or pole?
Oh, Paul.
I feel like I feel like it's not going to be like as invasive, but I'm guessing that I wonder. Okay, I think what is going to happen is like everybody wants to ask, but nobody wants to. So it's just going to be like very awkward, and it's just like the elephant in the room that like nobody wants to address.
You're just gonna be in the
I was
corner,
like,
just
"Oh."
like eating fucking bread or something.
Yeah.
Be like, what is this? What is going on here?
I was like, they're going to like sit me down, and they're going to
Have an
be like,
intervention.
okay. we got a presentation with like a bunch of questions that you need to ask. You
Actually,
need to answer.
I think that's like okay, I said the worst thing that could happen is nothing changes. I think what the worst thing could happen is if they fucking got you set down in a circle, like an intervention, and talk to you about how you need to turn back, and it's not too late. That's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. But I think I'm probably going to have to explain myself a few times, which is, you know, ripping off the band-aid, I guess, you know. Oh no. No. Wait.
Is your family like Christian?
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, but are they religious? That's a question. It's like, partially, maybe. It's kind of conservative. Let's say that. It's kind of conservative, but it's like German conservative, not US evangelical conservative.
Surprising that there's still a difference.
I think they'll be supportive. But I think it's going to be incredibly fucking awkward, and I think that people are going to like walk on eggshells, and I'm going to like feel that in the air. It's going to be like, why don't you introduce yourself now as your new you?
Oh my god.
Shit like that.
What do we call him? I mean her. Oh my god. I think you're overthinking it.
Yeah, probably, but it's just like that's just how I am, right? That's just like who I am. I just know that like my dad does this weird thing when he talks about me in the past, like pre-transition, he uses my dad name, or he does like the he nowadays she like
Yeah, that's
like
that's another thing I had to break my mom of. It's like you said, you have to work on like deworming their brains pretty much, and eventually after you spend a lot of time around them, they will eventually stop. It's family's complicated, as I said. It's a complicated subject.
Having to teach people how to behave was not on my list of things that I wanted to do. But I guess that is like the only way in order to maybe push for like a better future, right? I don't like when people misgender me to like I don't go ahead and just like correct themselves over and over again. Like that is exhausting for me, and I just like I don't want to do it.
People make it seem like we do that shit. Like we get misgendered and they act like we like scream at them, and it's like it's more of like it's just
it's ma'am.
It's ma'am. They always act like that, and it's like no, I'd honestly just like, oh, well, that sucks. All right, well.
Yeah, I was just like, well, I'll just die. I guess.
Just
like fuck me.
Like yeah, I'll go fuck myself. But see, I usually just do gentle parenting when it comes to that type of stuff. I just be like, well, actually, sorry, I'm actually a woman. Yeah, that's pretty much that's the type of situation I would deal with it, if I had to deal with it.
You know, I was like really scared. Because like my dad uses a lot of pronouns, and he you know, like when he talks about me and he uses like 15 times he, him, and like, you know, I'm always like scared of like going to a restaurant and then he's going to like answer for me or like speak for me or something, and there's like the this young man wants this, and it's just like me being like dressed up in like a skirt and like like that was like also like that was like always like a fear. Like it hasn't happened yet, but it's just like it's so incredibly awkward, and I don't want to deal with this shit. It's just like I don't know.
See, whenever they do something like that, you just look at the waiter and you just like he's crazy.
Alzheimer. It's just like
yeah, old people, right?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
That's probably your best thing to do. All right, Nyara, let's wrap this up. I'm gonna go take my wife on a date and hang out with her.
Do you wanna tell people where to find you?
Yeah, it's Whooith on every single platform you can probably imagine, except for the bad ones. So actually, no, I have a website. You know what? Here, I'll just type it in chat. There you go.
Whooith is. You should wait. Is IS a top level domain?
Wait, what?
Is there a top level domain .is? Is that a thing?
I don't.
Does that exist?
I don't know.
Oh, that does exist. Okay, do you have 80 euros per year? What you
No.
doing? So you can do whoith.is. So who is this?
With this. Oh my god.
who is this?
Oh, I was gonna tell you about that. The fact. Okay, so quick backstory. My name comes from my character on World of Warcraft. I made a druid on World of Warcraft. I named her Who because I was gonna get the owl flight form from Legion, and that's like the whole backstory of my character. I just added it as because I wanted a unique name. The fact that it's so good for puns was completely accidental. And
Howith?
yeah, the Howith and the Whooith. It's like it was completely accidental, and it's just so funny how I've transformed like that into like a common joke of with my name, especially Whooith.
Yeah.
Like Whooith this.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Who is the druid?
would you just spit everywhere?
who is the druid? I feel like my name is not that memeable. People just call me Nyawa.
Yawa. Or
Nyawa.
Nayara.
Nyawa.
Nayara.
Narawa.
Yeah, that's how fucking Asmund pronounced your name, Nayara.
Nayara.
You
People
have...
just don't want to do the nya. They
Nayara.
literally mispronounce it because they don't want to do the nya. They don't want to do cat noises. Nyara, nyara.
Nyara. I'm
Nyawa.
gonna send you my most familiar viewers over to you, and I'm gonna wrap this up here. I am
Are
tired.
you rating me?
Yes, I'm rating you, so you can rate out, and you can take them somewhere else.
Do I stream more? Chat. Do I stream more?
Wait, unless you think I should cancel, we just double raid someone.
No, I'm thinking I might play a little bit more.
Yeah, I figured you might
maybe.
yap, and I don't want to yap. I just want to go spend time with my wife. So, yeah, I had fun,
Well,
guys.
this was a lot of fun. Thank you for
fun.
being here.
Thank you for
on
being
such
here.
a short notice.
Yeah, are you gonna edit this one?
I want to.
Are you gonna edit the first one?
I want to.
All right, guys. I'm gonna send it off. I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.
Love you, chat.
Oh my god. Who'ith rated me? Let's go. Let me give you a shout out. let me do the thing.
Just gotta do the shout out.
You're still here.
I'm still here. Yeah. All right. I'll see you later, Nara. Love you.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Bye bye.
Bye. Say it back. Say it back.
Say what?
Love
Bye?
you.
Love you too.
Bye. Viewers, that's insane.
Welcome everybody. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties earlier, but I hope you enjoyed our yapping regardless. And let me do this real quick. There you go. So now